Welcome to Master of Finance. In this video, we will be discussing how The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel has shaped our financial habits. Housel's book is a fascinating exploration of the ways in which psychology and emotions influence our decisions about money. It offers practical advice and insights that can help us build healthier and more sustainable financial habits. We will be sharing our top 10 lessons learned from the book, including the importance of saving money, giving proper respect to luck and risk, and practicing humility in our financial decisions. Join us as we explore how the psychology of money has transformed our approach to personal finance and investing. So, without further ado, let's get started. Lesson number 10, save money. Profits from investments can make you wealthy. Yet it's never certain whether an investment strategy will be successful, how long it will last, or whether the markets will favor you. You are faced with a lot of uncertainty. When you learn to be content with less money, you build a gap between what you have and what you desire. It's similar to the gap created by increasing your income, but it is simpler and more under your control. Saving money is a hedge against life's inevitability of shocking you horribly just when you least expect it. You are forced to accept whatever bad luck you face when you lack control over time. Yet if you are adaptable, you will have the time to wait for no-brainer possibilities to present themselves. This is a hidden return on your savings. Lesson 9. Stay wealthy. Staying wealthy is more difficult than getting wealthy. It takes the opposite of risk-taking to keep money. It calls for humility and the dread that what you've built could be snatched from you just as quickly. As past success cannot be relied on to repeat eternally, it needs frugality and the understanding that at least some of what you've made is due to luck. Compounding is not dependent on generating large profits. The only thing that counts is good returns sustained over the longest amount of time, especially during times of instability and chaos. Conservative is avoiding a certain risk level. By increasing your chances of surviving, margin of safety improves your chances of success at a particular degree of risk. Its secret is that you need a lesser edge to achieve a favorable result the bigger your margin of safety. It's vital to have a barbell personality, which is optimistic about the future but worried about possible barriers. Lesson number 8. Give proper respect to luck and risk. If you treat luck and risk with the respect they deserve, you'll understand that it's never as good or bad as it looks to be when evaluating someone's financial success, both your own and others. Since the outcome has been more likely influenced by extreme ends of luck or risk, the more extreme the outcome, the less likely it is that you can apply its lessons to your own life. In order to keep playing until the odds are in your favor, the answer to dealing with failure is to set up your financial life so that a few bad investments here and a few missed financial plans there won't bankrupt you. Lesson number 7. Leave room for error. Having room for error or margin of safety is an effective way to explore the world of investments based on odds or uncertainties. A range of possible outcomes can be endured with room for error. And endurance allows you to persist long enough to increase your chances of profit for a low probability outcome. An underappreciated form of room for error is having a difference between what you can withstand physically and what is emotionally possible. Except for the risks that are too irrational to even enter your head, any risk can be planned for. And it's the strange things that hurt the most because you don't know how to deal with them, and they can happen more frequently than you think. Lesson 6. Less ego, more wealth. Go out of your way to find humility when things are going well, and gratitude when they go wrong, because things are seldom as good or horrible as they seem. Less ego, more money. Your savings represent the gap between your ego and your income, and wealth is what you can't see. Extending your time horizon is the most effective way to improve as an investor. Except that a lot of things will go wrong. Because a small number of factors account for the majority of results, you can be incorrect 50% of the time and still make a lot of money. Be humble and less flashy. You're not going to impress as many people as you are going to make jealous. Lesson number 5. It's never enough. Kurt Vonnegut reveals to his friend Joseph Heller that their host, a hedge fund manager, had made more money in a single day than Heller had made from his enormously successful book Catch-22 at a party hosted by a billionaire on Shelter Island. Heller responded by saying, "Yes, but I have something he will never have. Enough." See, for some people, it's never enough. Let me tell you another story. Bernie Madoff is the world's most notorious con man, but the majority of people in the world are unaware that before he conned people out of $65 billion, his company was earning profits of $25 to $50 million annually. Owning one of the most successful privately held companies in America, Bernie was immensely and genuinely wealthy. He enjoyed greater freedom, money, and power than most people could ever imagine. Nonetheless, he wasted it all since it wasn't enough. Risking what you have and need in exchange for what you lack and do not need is not reasonable. Few of us will ever have such wealth. Nonetheless, most of us will earn enough money at some point in our lives to cover everything reasonable we need, and often a lot of what we want. If we are continuously looking for more, we will never have enough. Having more won't satisfy us. And, like in Bernie's case, striving for more might lead to the loss of everything. Lesson number 4. Control over time. Controlling your time is the highest dividend money can pay. Humans aspire to get wealthier in order to be happier. But happiness is a tricky subject to talk about because we're all different. Control, on the other hand, is a universal component to happiness. People aspire to be in control of their own fate. The ability to do what you want, when you want, with whom you want, and for as long as you want is invaluable. That is the highest dividend available. The greatest value of money is its power to give you control over your time. Lesson number 3. Be reasonable. Being mostly reasonable is preferable to being coldly rational. While making financial judgments, don't try to be coldly rational. Attempt to be somewhat reasonable. Reasonable is more realistic, and you'll be more likely to stick with it in the long run. Reasonable investors who enjoy their technically imperfect strategies have an advantage since they are more likely to persist with them. Very few financial variables are more associated to performance than a commitment to strategy throughout its lean years, both the quantity of performance and the likelihood of capturing it over a specific time period. Lesson number 2. Not relying on investment history. History is mostly focused with unexpected events. Nonetheless, it is frequently cited by investors and economists as an unrivaled predictor of the future. How ironic. When you depend too much on history investment to predict what will happen next, two risky things can happen. You'll almost certainly miss the outlier events that have the most impact. Because it does not account for structural changes important to today's world, history can be a misleading guide to the future of the economy and stock market. Lesson number 1. Everything has a price. Nothing is free, but we can't see all prices on labels. Everything has a price, and the key to a lot of things with money is simply determining that cost and being willing to pay it. The issue is that the cost of many things is not clear until you experience them. Financial wealth comes at a cost: saving, a wise investment, knowledge, and abilities. If you want to be free and wise in your financial journey, you must be willing to pay the price. Pay the price for financial security. In conclusion, the lessons learned from The Psychology of Money can help us achieve greater financial success and security while also contributing to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. For more valuable insights on personal finance and investing, be sure to check out the Master of Finance